Welcome to Legislative Report with State Representative Andrew Lewis, newly elected by the people of the 105th District in Dauphin County to represent them in the Pennsylvania House of Representatives. On this short program, Representative Lewis wants to let his constituents know what he'll be working on as he begins his first term. Representative, welcome and congratulations on your win.
Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate it. And thanks for having me on the program.
Anytime. Why don't we start off for the people that may not know you? Tell us a little bit about yourself. What did you do before running for office, and ultimately, why did you decide you wanted to run for office?
Absolutely. Well, I'm coming from the construction industry. My brothers and I run a construction business outside of Linglestown in Lower Paxton Township. We have a couple dozen employees. Very excited to be growing a small business here in the region and creating jobs. Before that, I was in the military for almost 10 years, serving the National Guard now. My wife and I, we've been married 10 years in 2019, so we'll hit that 10-year mark, and we have 3 boys, Jeff, Jason, and Jeremy, and just have led a very blessed life. Second-generation American. My grandfather emigrated from Italy, put myself through college and graduate school on the GI Bill, and very thrilled to be coming into the legislature here for this session. And the big things I'm hoping to focus on, and why I ran for office, is really to kind of change the way we do business in government and reintroduce that concept that we are a government of, for, and by the people. The government works for the people, not the other way around. And so I'm hoping we can start to bring some government reform and open Pennsylvania back up for business so that we can be the top state in the country for jobs, opportunities, and for families as well.
Okay, so taking what you just said into consideration, what are some of the things that you see going on right now in Harrisburg that ultimately you feel needs to be changed?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I will be introducing a term limits amendment to the Pennsylvania Constitution. That's something that I think would be a great reform to have, just a citizen legislature where there's fresh ideas, new ideas always coming in. I think that transparency and accountability measures are great. We've got a great leadership team here in the Republican caucus that's going to be, a conservative leadership agenda is going to be being implemented, and so I'm excited about that. And so just transparency, accountability, making sure that we have a citizen legislature that's always standing shoulder to shoulder with the people that we serve.
Now, you mentioned you're a military man, small business owner, so obviously you know how to balance a book, and you've written a check before.
That's right.
So how are those unique experiences going to aid you in your new position?
Yeah, well, one of the big things is fiscal responsibility. Like you said, you alluded to it, is making sure you balance the books. When we budget in our business, we look at, all right, what's the reasonable revenue we're going to bring in, and then we budget off of that for overhead and other expenses. And so I think a lot of times in government, you tend to do it the opposite, right? You figure out what do you want to spend first, and then where are we going to get the money. So I think kind of changing some of those practices is fundamental, and that experience that I bring from the private sector is going to be key, and also just being a problem solver. When you're leading a business, you constantly have to be solving problems. And of course, my background in the military, learning to sit down with your team or lead a charge with your team. You know, I like to say in Fallujah, we didn't have Democrats or Republicans. We had a mission and we had a team, and you work together with your team to accomplish that mission.
What are you looking forward about? What are you looking forward to about becoming a House member?
Yeah, well, the big thing is being an effective advocate for my district. I mean, we have some very specific issues in the 105th. We got a lot of traffic issues, congestion, a lot of PennDOT projects going on.
Those are things that affect your constituents daily.
Absolutely, they affect the constituents daily. And so taking the skills that I've gained, both from the business sector and in the military, and as a family man, raising a family, and to leverage those skills on behalf of the constituents in my district. Like I said, I mean, government works for the people, not the other way around. And so my goal is to really reintroduce that concept and to work hard on behalf of my constituents. And I think that's what I'm most excited about beginning my term as a legislator.
So it sounds like you have a good plan in place already, but can you tell us, how are you going to let your people back home know exactly what you're doing for them? Communication obviously is a very important part.
Yes, I think communication is very key, and that's why we have a Facebook. If you follow my Facebook, Rep. Andrew Lewis is the page. My website, Rep. Lewis. We've often have press releases that are keeping you updated on different projects that are going on. We've also got terrific, sometimes there will be live streams of events and things happening in the Capitol, and so my goal is to keep, and also we have a weekly email blast. If you go to replewis.com, you can sign up at the bottom of the page, put your email address in there, and you'll get a weekly blast from me letting you know exactly what's going on in the 105th and at the Capitol. And what that does is it keeps the citizens informed so that they can stay engaged. And I'm very excited about that.
And finally, is there anything else that you'd like to say to your constituents watching back home?
Well, one thing I would say, though I began my term as a member-elect on December 1, I'll be swearing in on January 1.
In just a few days,
In
right?
just a few days. So the ceremony starts at noon, and I would invite you to live stream. You can watch via live stream at replewis.com. Tune in. I'd love you to be a part of it because this is going to be an exciting time to officially start as a state representative, representing the constituents of my district, being an advocate for them, and bringing their voice to the Capitol.
Again, Representative Lewis, congratulations on your win. And
Thank
we
you,
look forward
Anthony.
to
I
having you back
appreciate it.
again soon.
Thanks so much.
That's all the time we have for today. We'd like to thank you for watching. You'll see Representative Lewis's contact information on the screen in just a moment. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.